Phyllis Nasiopoulos with Women's Focus, and this is Member Spotlight, and it is my honor and privilege to be with Carol Schneider, the CEO, founder, and chairman of the board of Seek. But Carol is also the founder of Focus. So thank you, Carol.
You're welcome.
Well, why don't we start with you telling us when and why you started your business with Seek?
Well, I started in 1971, and I started it because I needed to get some occupational experience because the state of Wisconsin and MADC, where I was working, didn't think that I had sufficient occupational experience. It was difficult in those days to get a business experience for me as a woman because I had 3 little boys who were born in 4 years, and they were all toddlers. And my option was to work as a secretary. Secretaries made $2 an hour, 2.5 if they were lucky. And my babysitter cost me $2.50 an hour cash because you could do that then and no one thought it was a sin. So I looked at some other options, but the bottom line was I just had to start a business, and so they did give me credit for doing that. And here we are today. I started out in my neighbor's bedroom, complete with bed and barking dog and $500. And we have 12 offices in Wisconsin and 1 in Eagan, Minnesota. And I have 2 other staffing companies. So we've had fun.
So with all of this in the mix, why did you feel a need to start Focus?
Because all of my neighbors were women who did not have careers outside their homes. And I had nothing in common with them, absolutely nothing. And I couldn't really, talk to the men in my life who were business people because they might be interested in talking business, but they certainly weren't interested in what my personal issues were with life balance and just coping in their world. And so I felt we needed an organization where women at my level could communicate.
So you'd say that's pretty much the sort of the way the situation was in America at that time for women who were business-minded.
Right. It was definitely the era of pre-feminism. And I tell people that my mother lost her job because she got married. I lost my first job because I got pregnant. Heavenly horrors.
So your vision of what Focus would really be sort of a group of like-minded women, camaraderie, support, brainstorming, networking kind of thing that men could not relate to.
Absolutely.
Right. So at that time, you had a very clear idea of the kind of person you wanted to invite as a member. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, yes. I wanted professional level women. I wanted women in business. I wanted entrepreneurs, managers, if you will, who were dealing with the same sort of things I was dealing with daily. I mean, I was looking for mentor relationships, a give and take sort of mentor relationship.
And would you say in the early years that was the benefit for you as a member?
It was a benefit then, and I think it's still a benefit.
Sort of that learning from one another, learning, not having to reinvent the wheel, finding someone who can relate to your issues and your problems and help you say, I know someone who can help you in this direction or that direction.
But not only that, but just a place to have friends. We people women in business don't have a lot of time for friends. I mean, because we're all playing Supermom, and you can go to Focus and you have friends. And so, I have friends that I made years and years ago that I still welcome seeing when I go to the Christmas party because we're all getting to be such old ladies now.
Do they still give you business advice?
It's more of a friendship thing.
Okay.
And if I needed business advice, absolutely. I could count on anyone there.
Is that why you still pay your dues?
That's why I still pay my dues.
And is that what you see the benefit for women who are members of Focus?
Yes.
All the things that we've talked about,
I believe
camaraderie
so.
and friendship and inspiration and motivation and all of those things.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much. We certainly owe Carol a lot. Thank you for everything you've done and continue to do for women.
Well, thank you. We are a great bunch of people, aren't we?
Aren't we? All right.